Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no see, everybody. It's been a few days, but I'm back on track. Kind of. I was gonna do a live this afternoon, and then some new people came into the uh came onto the ranch today. So I figured it was important to go ahead and spend time with them, pay attention to them, make sure that they were safe, as our regular friend who comes to the ranch as well had to go to another party, so I figured it was, it was a good responsibility to go ahead and make sure everything was going to be on the up and up. So, alas, everything is fine. I am here. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing okay. I got some coffee with me. I'm trying out this different nail polish. Probably am gonna mess it up. But it's all good. All in the name of fun. Right? Well, my fun. Not your fun. My fun. But it depends on what you guys perceive as fun, I suppose. It was a good day today, though. The weather was perfect. Actually cold. Which was perfect when you're wearing a plaid shirt or a hoodie. And, having some nice hot coffee next to it. So it worked out lovely. Met some new people today. Liked them a lot. Really like family people. And then when we ended the whole day with pizza. Pineapple and jalapeno. I know, the Italians are coming out crying. But pineapple does belong on pizza depending on the pizza. If it's it's actual Italian pizza, no. I would say pineapple has no place there. But if it's an American franchise pizza, then you can commit whatever atrocities against other countries as you may choose. At least this is what I think. Everybody has different opinions on this one. And I welcome you to challenge me on this as much as you'd like. I can't guarantee you would win anything. But the debate is still ever possible. So, not saying that I will agree with you, but I am okay with listening to alternative points of view. I will say, though, pineapple doesn't belong on pizza by itself. Jalapenos is a must. If you haven't had jalapenos when pineapple's on a pizza, then you are truly missing out. It is my all-time favorite combo. All-time favorite combo. Do you know McCunt Lewis? No, Simon. Who is that? Is this supposed to be Los or Laos? Loose? That's an interesting name, though. Do you know? You want to tell me who that is? Perhaps a soccer player? I guess not. I guess you don't want to tell me, but that's okay. I don't mind. Because I have a feeling you were just trolling me. But just like every good parent, I'm just waiting for you to back that up. Guess not. Yeah, so today was a great day. Oh, we ended, I did say it. I did mention it, actually. That's why I'm talking about pizza. So we ended the day with pizza. Very happy about that. Had the kids shower, sent off to bed. And then me and the husband are gonna go ahead and watch a movie. Probably like a action movie. So, yeah. You guys have any, recommendations for movies? I think somebody had recommended me to watch Aftermath last time. Very good movie. I was not happy about the end because it was sad, but it was a very, very well made movie. D- Hi Enzo, DEI like. Oh, what's a DEI? It does say I, right? Sometimes I can't read, which is great. DEI like. So any recommendations for any action movies or mysteries? I am listening to all. 13 Ghosts. Yes, I did see this. I did like it. 2000s. It was a 2000s movie, right? Oren, can you be a moderator? I mean, I don't really know you, so probably not. But if we get to know each other better, Oren, then I will trust you to be a moderator. But as of right now, I don't really know you that well. Yeah, 13 Ghosts. I feel like I've seen it before. I'm pretty sure it was like an early 2000s movie. The guy from... Oh, God. There was the guy from that one TV show. He was in it. Curly hair, that guy. Yeah, I think I've seen it. Good movie. Good movie. The graphics were a little bit different back then. I will say this. Really? Really? I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't really remember that. Oh, wait, was he the cleaner guy? The guy who was supposed to come in and do something, the electrician? I forgot what his role was, right? He comes in, he says he's an electrician or whatever, and then he like moseys on in and says, "No, I'm actually trying to steal the house or whatever is inside the house." Surprise! That guy, right? I feel like that was that guy. Yeah, I mean, I would watch it again. I just like my husband. I forgot. I haven't watched it in like 5 years. I feel like I watched it like a year ago. I'm pretty sure. But my husband's not really into scary movies. He hates scary movies. Personally, I love scary movies. It's my favorite thing. Absolutely love scary movies. I don't know why. I'm just a sick person on the inside. And maybe that's okay. Missing my mom. She passed away with cancer. Bone marrow cancer. I'm sorry, Robert. That's never easy. Are you getting help with that? How long, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how long ago was this? Yes, sir? Oh, I love you. Okay. I'm married. Married. 2 kids. 2 beautiful kids, actually. But keep trying, yes, sir, with somebody else, not me. I believe in you. I'm lonely. 1990. Oh, this was a while ago. Oh, I'm sorry, Robert. I guess losing a parent never gets easier, huh? I can't imagine what it would be like to lose my dad. He's my, absolutely love my dad. I mean, I love both my parents, but of course, like, I think me and my dad just get along better. I can't imagine not being able to call him. It'd probably be one of the hardest things I've ever, if I, like, it would probably want to be one of the hardest losses to go through for me, I think. But 1990 was a while. Have you not healed since then? I mean, not saying that you're supposed to, but you know what I mean. Oh, okay. No, that's cool, Yasser. Whatever. That's cool. I mean, I'm glad that was clarified. Okay, so other movie, what do you call it? Other movie recommendations. I am all ears. I'm Mafia movies are highly appreciated. Um, Other action movies highly appreciated. So, my dad passed away to stomach cancer. Social workers will not let me go to my dad's funeral. They say I would not stop crying. How long? How long ago was that, Robert? I mean, like I said, losing a parent is never easy. Losing anybody in your life is never easy. I think it's the finality of it that strikes people. Okay. But I imagine that was probably some horrible pain you had to go through. Well, my nails look horrible. Yep, they look awful. 1974, my God. This was a while ago. If you don't mind me asking, Robert, how old are you? Well, I'm sorry. Jeez, I'm not really good with the death stuff. I never say the right things. I'm really awful. I want to be able to show my sincerest sympathies, but at the same time, I don't know how to do it without overdoing it, so I end up underdoing it instead of overdoing it. Addie, I love your nose ring. I'm planning on getting my nose pierced. Did it hurt? Oh yeah. I mean, like, it hurt, but, like, I'm pretty used to it. Your eyes will tear up, though. It's just an automatic thing. Your eyes automatically tear up. And there's a lot of blood that usually comes out. I mean, mine had, I had scar tissue on my nose, so that's why it bled. So if you don't have, scar tissue, you'll be okay. Again, your eyes will, water, but it's just it's your body's reaction. So that's totally normal. I personally love mine. I love my nose piercing too. Oh, you're 61. Okay. Wow. Wow. I mean, not to be that person, because that sounds really rude. I know, and I don't mean to be rude, so, Robert. I promise I don't mean to be rude. How comfortable are you with lives? I feel like my dad is 66. I feel like I could never picture him jumping onto a live. Again, completely not the point. But I don't know, I'm just curious, like I don't know. I'm not even really good at jumping onto other people's lives, to be quite honest. I think I'm good with lives because I can just keep talking and talking and talking. Jim, will you cry? Like right now? No. Why? Do I look like I'm gonna cry? I think I just look tired. I think I just look tired, and I don't know. Losing parents is a sad thing. I genuinely feel bad. I don't know. Like, you love your parents as much as any normal person should love their parents. This is a sad thing, and the fact that it still affects you, Robert, even to the age of 61, I'm so sad for you, man. I hope you have somebody. I hope you have a nice family of your own. Oh, Addie, thank you. Addie, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you telling me this. Yeah, it's not that bad. Just make sure. I mean, paying the extra money sometimes helps a lot. Not like do your research first off. Make sure everything is clean, that kind of thing. You don't want to risk any infections. Disciplined man 3358 because I can't read 358. Hi, how are you? I went to foster home when I was 2 and did not get out until I was 15. Well, Robert, do you are you married? Do you have any kids? I hope you'll be okay. 61, I mean, like, if your parents' death still affects you to 61, I feel like, let me rephrase that. If it still hurts this much, I imagine that you're in a lot of pain, and I hope that you have somebody to help you with that. There's a rumor going around that Prince Harry and Meghan might separate. Do you know anything about that? I don't really pay attention to those people. I think it's just like cool cat Renee. By the way, very cool name. Love that. I also consider myself to be quite the cool cat. But yes, I don't know anything about that. I don't find it surprising at all though, because I think they're just so attention starved, right? I feel like both their parents did not love them like at all. They're just like, oh my god, we don't want all of this attention, and then do a Netflix special that says, you know, oh, what's really happened in, you know, the royal family, blah blah blah. It's like, alright, shut up. We got it. You don't want attention. It's pretty clear. So, it might be considered a controversial opinion. I don't really care about celebrities like that. I feel like celebrities who actually made a difference in my childhood is a different thing. Like Robin Williams, cried like a baby. I still cry when I watch Mrs. Doubtfire. Love him. He reminds me of my dad, Robin Williams. I don't know why. He just reminds me of my dad. Nitin Wajakar. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you too. It's 8:20 p.m. What am I saying? Well, I hope you're having a great day, Nitin. Great name. You don't have no kids. I'm sorry, Robert. Did you ever want any kids? Was that something that was ever in the start? Was it something that was ever in the stars? Was it something that you ever wanted, or is just something that just didn't happen? I am from India. Well, I am also not from India. I am not from India. I am from the U.S. though. So, I would have said Native American, but this is not. This is also not so. We had a potluck on Friday. Anybody ever been to a potluck? Those are like literally my favorite things. I think it's way more fun than going to a restaurant together. I think going, like, everybody bringing in a dish and having like a meal together and having like in a comfortable area, like a home or the office or something like that. I feel like it was way more fun. I really enjoyed it. Everybody brought food, including myself. And one guy, he made a heck of an apple pie. Like, I usually consider apple pie to be quite basic, but this was a pretty good apple pie. Any apple pie fans here? Raising hands? Anybody raising their hands? Raise your hands if you like apple pie. Oh, 4 people just no one likes apple pie. Okay, I understand. Apple pie is basic, but I don't know. I personally love apple desserts, and then you put cinnamon on top of that, and it's like, boom, you're doing the damn thing. I love that. And he brought in a whole cast iron pan too. So he was really serious about it. Like, apple pie in a cast iron pan. The guy knew what he was doing, clearly. I love a good potluck. Like, other things that I love when people bring into potlucks, mac and cheese. Always a crowd favorite. Baked ziti. There is a few Jamaican people in our group, so they always bring like jerk chicken or curry goat, which is fantastic. I wish there was usually more vegetarian dishes. I'm not vegetarian, but I do love veggies. Usually when it comes to veggies, it's usually like a crudité, which, if anybody knows what a crudité is, it's just an assortment of vegetables. And it's a French word, so they just say, it's supposed to be fancy. Which, I don't know, whatever. Does anybody, God, is anybody able to answer in the comments? Because I'm not sure if anybody's able to answer in the comments. I feel like maybe my comments have stopped working again. It has been known to happen before. So, I'm going to go ahead and say something, and you guys will either say yes or no, and then I'll figure out whether or not the comment section is working. Wait, hold on. That doesn't work. Okay, if the comment section is working, just someone say, write yes. Just text, comment yes. If the comment section is not working, if you liked, take away your like. Or likes, and then I'll see the number 7. And then I will know if the comment section is working. I hope it... no! It's not working! Okay, unlike the person who did who liked it the 7th time, unlike it, because I want to just double check this is not a fluke. Like, it's not, I'm not mixing it up. Oh! It's 8! Oh no, the comments are not working. Alright guys. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hop off the live, because I don't know how to make it work. Give me a second. How do I make it work? Sir. Oh! Okay, now it's working. Okay, I can see everybody's messages. Oh, thank God. Alright, so I'm really backed up. I'm just letting you guys know I'm really backed up. I'm gonna go ahead and check. I am 68, from Cool Cat Renee. I'm 68 years old. I have 3 sons, 4 grandsons, and 2 daughters-in-law. My wife passed away 3 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not easy. But it looks like you have a wonderful, a huge, wonderful family, and that's wonderful. Thank God. That's really nice. You guys have, 4 grandsons. That's amazing. I can't imagine being around all those grandkids. Robert Horn. I'm sorry you're single. That's sad. That was, sometimes it's hard to find the right person. Ibrahim Akbari. Oh, salam alaikum. I like restaurant buffets. Yeah, those are good too. Korean barbecue is really good. I like Korean barbecue. Cool Cat. Potluck. Yeah, potluck is really good. Carrie. I love potlucks. Boysenberry pie with vanilla ice cream. I've never had boysenberry. I thought that was fake. That's serious? I didn't know that was real. Pookies! Hey, how's it going? I missed you too. Blue square. Psst. Okay. Sean Davidson. Pasta salad. With or without mayo? With or without mayo, it's Sean Davidson. Which pasta salad you prefer? If you put your hair in French... Oh, crap. Hold on. If you put your hair into 2 French braids in your hair, and use them as hand... Alright, Lou, you can go away. Yeah, Pookie's, hi, yeah, it's great. I'm happy to see you. Thank God. I'm happy you're here. Floor, hey, how's it going? Simla Shridhar. Hi, madam. Hi, Shridhar. Simla. DK Minor? I don't know what that means. But okay. What do you, sorry, DK, what do you mean by minor? Fancats Warren C. Good morning. Good morning to you. Well, it's nighttime over here, but nevertheless, good morning. Are you decorating for Christmas? Ugh. That is always a good, excellent question. I never know. I always say that I am going to, but then I end up going someplace else for Christmas, and then the whole entire direction changes, right? So, and I usually try to find a reason not to decorate because I don't like storing a whole bunch of stuff. I am not good at organizing, so the less stuff, the better. That's kind of what the situation has been. But I think this year we are staying in, so I might have to decorate anyway. So I guess we'll find out. What are you doing for your Christmas, Cool Cat? Cool Cat Renee? I love that name. DK, you are a child. That is a very straight... That's a weird... Is that a question? I'm not a child, but if you're trying to insult me by calling me immature, then okay, that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense to insult me, but it makes sense that, you would call me a child. But, as far as age goes, I'm 33. I'm the furthest thing from a child. Do you make a good potato salad? I think I do. So, I don't use mayo for a typical potato salad. One, because I don't bother with getting a whole bunch of ingredients. I like to try to do whatever I have at home. But it will be like red potatoes, celery, dill, and olive oil, and then a whole bunch of different seasonings. I don't like that. I do like mayo and potato salad. I just don't put it because I like a lighter version, and sometimes I'll throw in some parsley as well. DK, I thought you were 16. No, sir. I have two sons. One is 11 and one is 8. Same as age as mine, Andrew Tate. Oh, okay. I mean, the name is interesting. But, okay, that's cool. 33, yeah. Just a 33-year-old lady. My sons and daughters-in-laws and grandkids will get together on Christmas and have a little dinner with my wife. I wish I was 43 again. Well, that sounds really nice. That sounds like really, really nice. I want to do something for Christmas Day, but I don't know. My name is Libby. I feel like I should do an intro all the time, but I forget to. My name is Libby. I am from New Jersey, but I live in Florida right now. So all my folks are all in New Jersey, and I'm living here in Florida. So usually when it comes to Christmas time, it becomes a complicated time because no one ever comes to visit me on the holidays, but I have to go visit them. And this is not me getting upset, being silly and having a rant or something like that. It's just what happens. So based off of that, I have to make the decision of whether or not I have to go to New Jersey for Christmas. This time, I decided that I was not going to because A, it's too expensive, and it's too expensive. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to New Jersey to visit my folks first week of December, do like pre-Christmas stuff with them, and then go back home and celebrate the rest of the holiday with my family, right? And we usually go, whenever we have free time, we go to this Arabian horse farm, and that has been the best thing for me and my family. So the boys are really, really excited about that. Long story short, or short story long. Have you ever heard of my name before? I've heard the name before. I know you are not the actual real Andrew Tate, but I have heard it. Don't ever leave your family all alone and apart from your family. Don't be bothered. Call it. Because I don't know how to read. Don't ever leave your family all alone apart from your family. Don't be bothered by others. You know what I mean, though. Yeah, it's not like I'm bothered by others. It's just one of those things where it's complicated, right? Like, I would love if my family could all get together, the whole entire family can get together and have a huge, great celebration. But sometimes it just can't happen, and it just means it always leaves me to do something extra, which sometimes feels a little bit annoying. I have a silly question for you. If you could go back in time for one day, what year would you pick, please? Excellent question. I feel like if it's to be silly, just to be silly, completely destroy the idea of Vegemite. Because I absolutely hate this stuff. So if I could find out which day Vegemite was even thought of, I would go back in time and kick this guy or gal in the head so they wouldn't have Vegemite. That is one, but this is just a silly thought. But if I, like, genuinely curious to pick a day to see it. Okay, it's going to be a little bit religious, and I don't want to get into religion thing versus whatever, but this is just a day I would pick. The day that Abraham was going to kill Isaac, and then God had realized that he was actually going to do it and had stopped him. This is a holiday that Muslims usually celebrate. It's called Bayram. So we usually celebrate this day, and then we celebrate it by sacrificing a sheep. But it's because that day is so significant, right? It's somebody really testing their beliefs, testing their faith. It doesn't even have to be a God thing. If you don't really believe in God, then that's totally fine. But sometimes finding a time where you're testing your faith is, I think it's that. So I would pick that day. So the silly answer would be preventing the day to prevent the Vegemite from happening, and then the real answer would be the day Abraham was going to try to sacrifice Isaac. Only keep those around whose eyes light up when they see you. I agree. Absolutely agree, Zinbiel. I totally agree with that. It's hard sometimes, right? Because sometimes as a person, you'll put others on a high pedestal to some degree, and sometimes they don't see you as that high pedestal type person. So it's hard sometimes, especially with family. I didn't mean to say you're bothered, but celebrating something with family is something else, because every single moment you spend with your family is your memory. You know what I mean? Absolutely. No, I totally agree with that. No, I totally agree with that. Sometimes it's just complicated, though. Family, it gets really complicated. Especially ever since I moved to Florida, every single time I go visit, they're always asking me when I'm moving to New Jersey, and I'm just like, I have a job, I have a life, I'm established, And then it becomes a thing, and then I feel kind of heartbroken by leaving, but I'm also heartbroken while I'm there. It's all kinds of complicated. Do you have a Discord? I did. I don't use it anymore, though. It's just not appealing to me. It's not that it's not user friendly, but it's not user attractive for me, I feel the same way about Twitter, X, which was formerly Twitter. I never really got Twitter. I'm Muslim and I'm proud. Yeah, being Muslim has been a real test for me, to be honest, because my parents are Christian, so that's another conflict that we have. They're in denial, and I kind of stopped arguing with them. Life is a test anyway because it makes sense. Almighty Allah may give us a life for a purpose. Yeah, I can totally agree with that. It's everything in life is a test to a degree. I think when I started realizing it's not about what's happening to you, it's about how you respond to it, it changed a lot of things for me. By simply changing the response that I used to have, which would be just to get angry and upset, more doors started opening up for me. And you know what? That was something that I had learned, and that was a test. Now I feel like I'm passing that test to a degree. Broken heart and depression and anxiety is a homemade thing, according to me, if you know what I mean. To a degree, sometimes it's a hormonal thing. Sometimes it's you know, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not eating right, if you're not getting enough sunshine. So there's a reason why a lot of things are considered important. You know, vitamins, malnutrition, all of this stuff. It's more than just, you know, it's more than just one size fits all sort of thing. I've been puzzled with this question. What is free will to you? We were a lot of bad people doing bad things around the world, so they got free will. I guess God doesn't interfere with us. So this is my perspective, and I guess anybody can go ahead and just disagree with me or give me a counter argument with this one. We're given free will. So, like, we have our own kids, right? You're a parent, you have your own kids. And like, maybe when they're a certain age, you say, hey, listen, don't do anything stupid. And then they're like, okay. And then later on, they're like teenagers and they're 18, and you say, don't do anything bad. And they're like, screw you, mom. And then you're like, okay, whatever. Do whatever you want, right? And then later on, they do whatever they want, and then they kind of come back like the prodigal son. And they're just like, hey, by the way, I totally did not listen to you, and I messed up in every way physically possible. And I think this is where so that story showcases how God forgives, right? And having free will is really important, because we're not meant to be robots. This is also why I feel like the whole entire rhetoric or thought process where everybody's supposed to be religious is also incorrect, because God gave us a brain to think with. And if we feel like it's unlogical or illogical just to worship whoever we're told to worship, that is also still against what God would have wanted, I think. Because God gave us free will to think and a free mind and all of this stuff. So being forced to believe in something, or being forced to believe in whatever other people are saying. Anyway, I feel like I'm going on a tangent like with this, but like free will is really important. That's my main point. God doesn't interfere because he knows that, you know, I don't know, maybe he knows it's not going to do much anyway. I don't know. It's really hard to say, really. I just feel like, you know, at the end of the day, he just sees us like kids just doing stupid shit and just watching us fall sometimes, or, you know, watching us pick ourselves back up and, like, you know, cheering us on. Depends on what you're looking at, I guess. Especially depression and anxiety is a homemade thing. Trust me, it's very easy to fight it with. It's very easy to come out of it. Agree to disagree. I had a hard time with depression. I didn't admit that I was in depression for a long time because I wanted to pretend that everything was fine. Give me a second. I gotta go. I was making banana muffins. Hold on. I'll carry you guys with me. And then so I can take the muffins out and not burn down my house. I gotta take the muffins out. Sorry. Sorry. I will resume in a moment. Still pretty soft. Babe, can you take out the muffins in like 8 minutes? Thank you. Sorry. But yeah, I had a issue with depression for a while. I was studying a lot for the classes I was taking, and then my husband's family had come, I would say a very unfortunate time, and then because of that, I ended up locking myself in my room because I didn't want to have to deal with them. They stayed in my house for like a year. It was really rough. They don't speak English. It was such a hard transition for me, for them. It was a whole entire thing, right? But yeah, I had a hard time with this one. So I think it depends, you know, everybody's different. I didn't get out of my depression for like a year. I had gained a crazy amount of weight. I was feeling really crappy about myself, and I was definitely not healthy by any means. But yeah, like I said, everybody's different. My mom, when I told my mom I was depressed, she just told me to take a cold shower. Old school type stuff, you know? Zinbiao, I created a device, all people, or AL people, live in it, and some people of them, hold on, and some of them been studying how the device works. They call it laws of physics. I only interacted with them initially. Some still believe in me. I think I need you to build on that more, Zimbiel. I don't really understand too much, but if you can give me a better, like a clearer summary. But, I mean, that's really cool that you created a device, you know, honorary claps for you. I'm holding you guys with my other hand, but claps. That is really cool. But I need to read more about this. I'm very curious. And Andrew Tate, Almighty Allah is not interfering with our life all the time, because the time will come when He asks every single person what we have done in our life. I mean, He will ask us about good, bad deeds. Yeah, I think that I feel like it doesn't really explain free will. I feel like it just explains the aftermath. You know what I mean? And I feel like just reading it from a book is not enough. This is where, you know, life experience kind of comes into play, and you just see. I don't know, when I was 25, it was a different story. When I was 20, it was a different story. Like, it just felt different. Everybody feels differently about this. When it comes to my relationship with God, I feel like it's a very parental relationship. I do stupid stuff. Sometimes He knocks me over the head. Like this. Phew. Stupid. But then everybody's different. Hello, where are you from? I'm so glad you asked, Guadalupe. I live in the U.S. I live in Florida. I used to live in New Jersey. My hometown is my home state is New Jersey, but now I live in Florida. Where are you from, Guadalupe? Love that name, by the way. How long have you been married for? 8 years. Coming. Yeah, about 8 years. Yeah. No, it's actually a lot more. Maybe because I'm comparing how long we've been together compared to how long we've been married. Yeah, it's like over 10 years actually. But yeah. We don't really celebrate our anniversary. We just feel like we celebrate loving each other every day. It sounds cheesy as hell, but it's pretty true. Trust me, if you are a religious person, I mean, if you really believe in Almighty God, then you'll never feeling depressed. I promise you for that. That's easy to say. I feel like that's easy to say. It's just, living it is a different thing. I don't know. I think everybody has their really, really low points, and you realize when you're having your really, really low, And then there's also the hormone thing. Certain parts of your brain are not, this is why, sometimes less screen time is better, because there's certain parts of your brain that just don't react very well. And this is different overall. Everybody has different nutritional needs. Everybody has different things that they require. Right now I'm taking a combination of B12 and a multivitamin. So that's helping me feel a little bit better. And then socializing is important too. I wasn't socializing enough because I felt bad about my weight, because I knew people were going to judge me. And eventually after I lost some weight, I kind of got over that, but it's one of those things. Sorry, Andrew Tate. Give me an example. A clear example. About free will? Or what do you mean? I'm sorry. Clear example about question mark? You can't talk español. Yo puedo hablar un poquito español, pero no tan bueno. Mi mamá es de Ecuador, pero ella no me enseña español. Solo yo aprendí en el colegio, entonces después algunos novios yo tenía, yo puedo hablar un poco, pero ahorita no es tan bueno. Todos los días y no estoy hablando español, entonces. How many years were happy years? I love my husband. I would say that we had really rough years. Last year was one of them. We were learning about each other, but I would say that because we are such a good couple, really, we're genuinely a good couple. This is not it's not an exaggeration. We've had lots of fights. Moving down to Florida when I first moved down to Florida, the first year was one of the hardest things for me to be away from my family. And then after we moved, when my husband's family moved in for a year, that was really hard for me too. Those were probably the hardest years, but for the most part, we got past it. We got over it. We try to make it better. Try to think positively, pray, that kind of thing. And, we feel better by it, I guess. Feel better by it, I guess. I don't know. So freaking articulate. But we have a good relationship. Even when the disease that shall not be named happened, we were able to get through it, We were able to still kind of go outside. We were still able to take drives. We were still able just to talk to each other, and we found little things to keep us excited. I started an online business, and he started his online business, and we were able to help, push each other, and I started a YouTube channel to teach English. It didn't do well, but it was something to keep us busy, and we were very good at doing that. But basically, all years were happy years. By AI, I mean for artificial intelligence. Well, that part I knew. That was not the confusing part. artificial intelligence bots that live inside the device I created. They started studying the world I created, and then they found out how the device works. Is there like a Google thing where I could check that out? That actually sounds really cool. I'd love to see that. I work in IT, so I'm so curious what other people do. Caesarisms in order. I admire your bravery. It's truly inspirational. You being a male to female trans person, it takes a lot of courage with your lifestyle. Thank you. I'm not trans. Why does everybody think I'm trans? I don't know what that means. I am a woman, but thank you that you inspired my bravery. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good morning, PT Pakistan Multan? I don't know. You know why you won't be feeling depressed if you have a strong relationship with Allah, then we won't be finding a time to feel depressed. I guess if that's your main focus, but like I said, I think it's not just black and white. I don't think it's black and white, you know what I mean? I found my happy place though. Being able to be in touch with nature has been my biggest thing for fighting depression. Being outside in the green, fresh air, and not in a room has been so helpful for me. And then socializing with like-minded people have been helpful for me. If they're not like-minded people, then I avoid them at all costs because I'm not going to waste my time. So there's that. We go to the ranch. And so there's a ranch that I go to, I volunteer at, I take care of 60 Arabian horses. I help take care of 60 Arabian horses. And it's owned by this guy from Palestine. He's a really nice guy, and he has these beautiful Arabians, and I love taking care of them. And that has been so helpful for me because it's literally my happy place. I'm glad to hear that you love your husband, and every single person should love their partner. Agreed. I mean, he's helped me so much. He's paid for my school. And there was a time where he was in the middle of some interviews and he was looking for a job, and I made sure I was working so we were able to make ends meet. So it was like give and take constantly. And while I was a few years ago, I was back in school and I was studying the whole entire time. And then he was making sure he was helping take care of the kids. He was taking care of dinner. He was taking care of a lot of things while I was studying and trying to catch up with everything. And now I take care of the bills. And now I take care of all of this stuff. And we put his money into savings. So that has helped a lot. And yeah, it's really great. Love the outlook. Can totally understand triple P rule. What's a triple P rule? Jack Winkle, by the way. Cool name. Andrew Tate, but trust me, his family or your family is the same thing. Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's not because his family's from Turkey. The language barrier was really tough. And I come from a family that is mostly women. I had 2 other men living in my house, which, again, it's fine. It's just hard because I wasn't so used to having, other men living around us. I've always had other women around us. If it was his sisters, it would be fine. I feel like I would be fine. But if it was not his sisters. It was like his nephew and his childhood friend. So that was a little hard. Not gonna lie, it was really hard. I would call him my nephew and all of that stuff, but it was really, really hard for me to deal with it. Yeah. Good woman. Well, thank you. I like to think I'm okay. I'm okay. Patience, persistence, positivity. I like those. 3 Ps. Patience, persistence, positivity. Absolutely agree. Those are great. Where is he from? Oh, he's from Turkey. So, He's Kurdish, but he's from Turkey. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Backlight. Just hold on. I just want to make sure the charge is good. Okay, we're all good. Symbiel, their findings on the device works. They call it the laws of physics. They don't believe in the creator because they haven't found evidence. Should I interact to let them know? Sure, why not? You should. Sheesh, Lewis. Huh? What do you mean? What happened, Jack Winkle? What did I do? Corbin Dallas. Hey, last time I was talking, you put the mod put me in timeout. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Corbin, I promise you I don't know what happened. You never say anything inappropriate, so I don't know what happened. But, we're gonna make sure that it's not gonna happen again, okay, Corbin? I'm sorry. I can tell you a very good way to make money while sitting at home, and this is what I'm doing too. Trust me, if you're intelligent, you can make more than $15,000 a month. I mean, it sounds too good to be true, my bro. A little bit, but that's cool. Turkish people are very nice, though. I don't understand why his childhood friends lived with him for. If he's Kurdish, then he's Kurdish, not Turkish. Well, a lot of Kurdish people would agree with you, but my husband doesn't agree. He agrees that his nationality is Turkish, but his ethnicity is Kurdish. He speaks very good Turkish, he speaks very good Kurdish, and he speaks some Arabic. So, I have a very, very smart husband. But, why is his childhood friends with him lives with him for? They had just come from Turkey, and then they were trying to find a place to live, and they couldn't find a place to live for like a year. It was really hard. And I didn't feel comfortable because being a woman living with two grown men that you don't really know very well is kind of uncomfortable. Because I didn't really know him that well anyway. No worries, I wasn't mad. I was just yeah, Corbin. Yeah, it's a little weird that it happened. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe you got caught in the crossfire. I don't know. But how are you doing? Well, most of the time. You need only a laptop. Really? What is it? Like, what's the work? How many languages do you speak, though? I know a little bit of a lot of languages, but like speaking Turkish and Spanish for the most part. My Turkish isn't great, but I understand pretty well, and I can speak it pretty well. Kurdish is almost non-existent, but I can understand it to some degree. Spanish I speak kind of, but I don't speak it every day. So that kind of goes back with the Turkish to some degree, like Turkish to some degree. And then, yeah. But I mean, when it comes to kind of understanding things, is because I pick up on language patterns. So like there are words in Hindi that are the same in Turkish. There are words in Farsi that are the same in Turkish. And there are words even in Russian that are the same in Turkish. So being able to be aware of some of these patterns or those words and knowing that they are the same or sometimes they follow the same kind of grammar makes it easy for me to kind of follow it. $50 a month and you will get income from that very first week, swear down. Okay, that's really cool. 8 languages. Okay, what language do you speak? He bots about me. Some of them still don't believe me, so I punished a few of them for a minute, which in their world is about 10 years of punishment. You know, that sounds really dystopian. That's pretty cool though, Zimbiel. I'm surprised at the power that you have. 7 languages, 100%, and the last one's just 70%. That's really cool. That is really cool. So what languages do you speak 100% of? Hold on. I'm gonna try to put you guys here. Ah! Kind of? Kind of. No! You know what? I need a phone holder. That's what I need. I'm gonna have to spend money on something stupid. Hold on. Maybe I put it back on the charger. It was working the first time when I put it on the charger. Alright. Urdu, Punjabi, Farsi, Pashto, Greek, Italian, English, and Dari. That's really cool. Look at you go. Where are you from? What country are you from? Because if you're able to speak Urdu and Punjabi, that's pretty cool. Are you from North India? Because that would also explain the Farsi. Because I know there was a lot of Iranians Iranian refugees that had to move to northern India. That could be. But that's really cool though. I speak Spanish, English, Java, and C++, Python, and JavaScript. Same, my bro! Minus the C++. I miss coding in Java, honestly. I wanted to create, okay. Zimbiel, maybe you can appreciate this. I wanted to create a tattoo with certain Java coding. It's like system. You have to excuse me. It's been a while since I've coded in Java. System print line something, and then in the quotations would be I love Java, and then have a cup of coffee or something like that. But I wanted to create a tattoo that kind of reflected my love for coding. This was a while ago. I haven't coded in like over a year. It's amazing how quickly you can forget. Originally, I'm from Afghanistan, but my dad moved to Pakistan since forever. So now I live in Pakistan. Oh, okay, that's cool. Hard. Focus. One piece at a time. Okay, that's really cool. How do you like Pakistan? Do you like it enough? At the moment, I live in the UK. Okay. That's pretty neat. That's really cool, my dude. So where in the UK do you live right now? Do you have a favorite soccer team? I mean, all of these that are, kind of, like, important. I'm kidding. Sort of. Kind of. But if it's Liverpool, then we're going to be best friends. Or, yeah. Manchester United is also a great team. Not gonna lie. But at the I'm stupid as heck. Alright, Zimbiel, system out print line. That's what it was. System out print line, I love Java. But instead of the word Java, like a coffee cup, because Java is another word for coffee, right? So, I want to create a tattoo like that. Could you see yourself with a temporary tattoo like that? Just out of curiosity. For people who love coding, I feel like we should have our own fashion line. Is that a crazy idea? Like, I feel like there should be an IT fashion line, like the cool sport codes and like with geeky sayings like, have you tried turning it off and on again? I'm just saying. I feel like that's something that needs to be out there. I would give them all my money. Yeah, alhamdulillah, Pakistan is not that bad though. It's more safe. Really? It's more safe than the UK? I mean, like, not trying to sound surprised. I'm just trying to clarify on what you're saying. But I mean, that's cool. If you love Pakistan, I've always been curious to visit. But to be honest, I'm also more curious to visit India. I know they're kind of like mortal enemies, but India is kind of bigger, and there's a lot to see. Not they're saying that there's not a lot to see in Pakistan. It's just that I feel like there's more to see in India. Liverpool and Manchester United. Good guy. Good guy. I love Liverpool just because of Mohamed Salah, and Manchester United I used to love because of the GOAT Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not the hugest Cristiano Ronaldo fan. Messi is my favorite. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with this. Messi is my favorite. Also, like for the Turkish team, Galatasaray is my favorite. I mean, as of now, I haven't been watching, but from what I heard, their defense has gotten better. I stopped watching a while ago because their soccer defense was absolute crap. Like, everybody wants to be a star player. No one wants to play defense. It's the most annoying thing. I see this in so many soccer teams where defense is just not strong enough. Can we fix that, please? Jesus. Anybody listening? Fix defense. United King, sorry, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't mind a temporary tattoo in IT fashion. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I think it would be so nice. I don't think my husband turned off the oven. Guarantee you. Let's place bets, everybody. $10. He didn't turn off the oven. Because I can smell it. Babe, did you turn off the oven? Everybody owes me $10. He did not turn off the oven. He just threw his phone to the side. I wish you guys saw that. That would have been funny as hell. But yes, IT fashion is something that all us IT people need. Like, why is that not a thing? IT fashion. I'm going to start coming up with some drawings or something because it would be really cool. United Kingdom is the same as United States of America because they're under a matrix. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I feel like the US is so... Every country is, I guess. I was going to say so different.
I'm sorry.
Is it burned?
No.
Are they burned?
No.
Bet they're burned. Bet you $5 are burned. I'm gonna make an easy $15 right now. To be honest, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, they are both the same level, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just think as far as feel as far as personalities, I get a good vibe from Messi. Like, I feel like he's not super materialistic. He seems like a He seems like a genuinely good dude. Cristiano Ronaldo strikes me as a materialistic person, and it doesn't, he just rubs me the wrong way. There's just something about it. But everybody's different. Everybody's entitled to like who they like. I just don't like his vibe. Some people like the bougie vibe. I just don't like bougie. Hi, Flora Taylor. I hate tattoos because I got one on my arm, and right now I'm struggling to take it off because my family doesn't know about it yet. About my tattoo, because if my dad finds out then about my tattoo, then he will. Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, my dad doesn't care if I get a tattoo. All my sisters have tattoos. But I do temporary tattoos because they're fun. Oh, excuse me. Me and my sons do temporary tattoos just for fun. Just, to be silly or whatever, that kind of thing. I think it's okay to, play with stuff as long as it's not permanent. I couldn't get a permanent tattoo because I'm a chicken. And the other thing was, I'm still unclear. This is the religious part, by the way. I'm still unclear if I get a tattoo, would I still be able to get buried in a Muslim cemetery? So that was always something that was unclear, because I heard if you were Jewish and you got a tattoo, then you were not allowed to be buried in a Jewish cemetery. But I heard, from different accounts of people, I've heard about people who did get tattoos and they were still able to be buried in a Muslim cemetery, which would just be a regular cemetery in Turkey. So I'm just a little bit confused on how that works. But yeah. But temporary tattoos, I think they're fun. Jack Winkle. Hero? What's that? Hetero. Hype, hi, hype. How are you doing? Dinosaur temp tattoos were the thing back in the day. Yeah, they were fun. Temporary tattoos are fun. They have a lot of cool temporary tattoos now. Absolutely love them. My sons like them a lot. We got like the whale, every time we go to the aquarium, I try to make it really special. So we got a temporary tattoo of like a whale and a sea turtle and squids and stuff. So when we go, like, it's really fun. Like, we're all prepared to go. And it's happened, Andrew Tate special. It happened now because one girl, my ex now, so now she has gone, so I need to take it off. Fair enough. Tattoo is haram in our religion. It's haram in Islam. Yeah, I know it's haram. It's just more of like, are you able to be buried in the same place as the others, is more my question. Because I know plenty of Muslims who have tattoos, and the ones that have passed, they're still able to get buried. I just don't understand if it has anything to do with, getting buried, is my point, really. But, I'm curious to how it works with certain subcultures, because for Kurdish women, they tattoo their face. Like, this is, like, traditional Kurdish women, too, by the way. Like, a lot of traditional Kurdish women, they have tattooed their face, or tattooed certain parts of their hands and their arms, and they're still Muslim. So I'm very curious about how that works, really. It's a little unclear. I think it's just, like, one of those things, like, certain subcultures just make up different rules for themselves, but I'm not entirely sure. She was a cheater, and I didn't know it, and I swear if I did, I wouldn't be having it. Fair enough. Actually, what's your real name? Andrew Tate Special. And then I can address you by that, because it's a lot to have to keep saying Andrew Tate Special to clarify who I'm talking to specifically. But, fair enough. Having been cheated on is a horrible feeling. No one wants to feel betrayed, and it's really hard. But I can only imagine how you felt, and getting a tattoo afterwards to solidify that relationship must have been even worse to find out after you had been cheated on. Oh, okay, your name is Ollie. Great name. Like Ollie. I'm gonna make a little joke. Bear with me. Prince Ali, fabulous he, Aliyah, blah, blah. I had to. Sorry, I like Aladdin. I had to do it. How do you say your name? So my real name is Libby. This is my real name. But the name you guys see on the channel is Turshuk. So, Turshuk is a name for a food. But it's a nickname for my husband calls me Turshuk. It's because Turshuk is his most favorite thing in the world. Turshuk is the Kurdish way of saying the word turlu, which means it's a stew. So it could be like meat and potatoes and carrots and onions and all of that stuff. So this is his most favorite thing in the world, and he says he loves me so much same way he loves Turshuk. So I am Turshuk. There's a longer story to this, by the way. I just don't want to bore everybody with my story. But it's Turshuk. The S with the tail is the way it's pronounced is a she. It's like S-H-E. S-H. No, like S-H, sorry. Again, Ali is a great name. Random topic. People who are married need to talk about their issues 90 minutes a week and go on dates 2 times a week. This will ensure their marriages last forever, according to a clinician. I think this depends on a lot of things. I think it depends if you're a couple that likes talking to each other. I already like talking to my husband. We talk all the time. Anytime something happens that is cool, I call him and I let him know all the deets, right? We don't feel the need to go out on a date 2 times a week. We'll just go on a drive and grab a coffee and chit chat and talk, kind of like catch up. Or we'll go on a walk. Or, we have certain goals together for each day, and we try to reach those goals together. But we talk a lot. We probably talk way more than 90 minutes, that's for sure. But, and I know it sounds a little bit condescending, like, oh, couples that actually like each other. But if, like, there are couples out there that are not big on actually talking to each other. And that's where my curiosity sets in. It's like, if you don't even like talking to each other, why you're married to each other? But then I can understand why they have this relationship, because I've been in a bad relationship before, and I didn't know what a good relationship was until later. So, if you don't if you don't actually have a good experience talking with your intended, don't get married. Like, if you can't talk about deep issues and walk away with that conversation feeling some way satisfied, it's not a good conversation. And this is also another thing that I have. This is my beef with new couples. Couples that have nothing in common will get together based off of one thing. Like, certain girls will just get together with a guy just because they like the way they sing and they play guitar. And guys will only get together with a woman because of the way that they look. And I just don't understand it. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why not? Have standards, people. Just have standards. This is a rant by Libby. This is the biggest rant. I'm sorry. But married people need to do a lot more than go on dates 2 times a week. I guarantee you. I'm sure you know about henna temp tattoos. Yeah, I love henna temp tattoos. I'm just not good at doing them. It looks awful when I do it. I've been practicing for years, and I have not gotten better. Thanks. Yeah, no, sure. Sorry about the weird song, but yeah. Pumbaa, the pig. I love that name. Oh my god, I love Pumbaa. Oh, okay, I saw the, correction. Ali, I'm a prince of my beautiful mother, though. I'm sure you are a prince. I'm sure your mom thinks you're a prince. Every son should feel like a prince, and every daughter should feel like a princess. My sons know they're a prince. Just not, like, too much of a prince, because I also have to make sure they're back down to earth. But yeah. I leave you alone now, and I wish you the best time ever. Stay safe, stay blessed. Thanks, Ali. Take care. Marriage lasts long only in Muslim communities. Apart from that, you can see the ratio. I can agree to that to some degree, but I think it's also there's a difference between staying longer together and then having a healthy relationship. And I have seen people also in the Islamic community, and this is not everybody, right? Because we're not talking about everybody. But I have seen people in the Islamic community be miserable and together, right? And I have seen people be happy and together, but I have seen people be miserable and together. So my husband's parents are an example. They're miserable and they're together. And I know a lot of his friends' parents are also the same. They hate each other. They are under the same roof, but they won't even speak to each other. So I don't think that's not a good example of a good marriage. I think that's an example of staying with each other because you have to. In the eyes of whoever, society, religion, whatever. But, being able to stick with each other is a whole practice of, what do you call it? Being able to stay with each other is a whole practice of, putting your sides, putting your wants and desires occasionally to the side, right? Not being selfish 100% of the time. Not being selfless 100% of the time. There's always a point in there's always a balance, right? And I think it's more importantly, you should be able to be in a relationship and stay in it if you're happy. If you're not in it and you're not happy, maybe you shouldn't be in it, or you should work on it. Or, don't be selfish and call the quits when something just doesn't go your way one time. There are women out there that can be bratty, and there are men out there that can be stubborn and short-tempered. And there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different issues in the world. And I think it's just like finding the balance in between every single issue. Hey, yeah, my real name is Wilbur. That is great. I love all the pig stuff. That is awesome. Aiden Lopez, lesbian. Wow. First I was trans and now I'm lesbian. Wow. I'm really coming far in life. Did you guys know that? I was trans before. Now I'm a lesbian. Even though I'm talking about being married to my husband. A dude. So, Aiden has issues. Lots of parents do that. They put the kids through it till they're grown, and then they break up afterwards or get divorced. Yeah. And I think sometimes that's pretty good, because I think kids should have parents that are together. But if they really can't even look at each other and have a conversation because they're going to fight, I don't know how I feel about that either. Maybe they should not be together. I don't know how I think about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Growing up as a kid, I remember my parents arguing all the time. And then there would be a conversation where it would be like something along the lines of, if we get divorced, which parent do you want to be with? And like as a kid, that's kind of like a lot. I used to cry and like just break down and whatever. That was really rough. And if they were having such issues, and I felt like I wish they didn't put us in between them, because I think that definitely substantiated whatever additional issues that they had. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's whatever, everybody's different. I think people have to find the healthiest way of doing things instead of trying to be petty and ridiculous or mean or rude or like completely selfish. We have a tendency to be selfish. I'm not far from it. I have been selfish before. But now I've come to a point in my life where I know I can't be. I have kids. Eric, the actor, says I'm a nudist. Is this a part that you're playing, Eric? I'm a little bit worried about you. Are they forcing you to be in this role? My parents did too. I gave myself buck teeth from stress when I was really young, sucking my thumb as a baby to deal with the stress. Luckily, I got braces and they're fine now. Yeah, that's not easy. It's not. It's like, and they think they think that their argument, they'll play. I always thought it was funny because my parents would put us in this position, and then we'd have an argument, and then when we finally had something to say about this whole entire situation, they would say, "It's none of your business. This is between us adults." If it's between you adults, why are you putting me in your business? Make it make sense. Math ain't mathing. Whatever other Gen Z term there is. Change-o, yo, yo, yo. Yo. Back at ya. So, Wilbur. Then go argue somewhere else and do it. Don't go where I can hear it. Exactly my point. Alright, you don't want kids to, say something. I used to, so my mom would say, who do you want to stay with? There's 6 of us. some of my sisters would say, I want to stay with mom, and because a lot of them said, I want to stay with mom, I would say I want to be with my dad. Next thing you know, I got a dirty look from my mom, and then she would treat me in a certain way. It's been happening forever. And then now every time we get into something, she always goes, you only love your father because you're being annoying. But yeah, I mean, that would happen all the time. They usually put you in their business just to win an argument. Yeah, and I don't get that. Why? It doesn't make any sense. I would never do that to my kids. It's just like, you know, only if they think they're going to win, then they want you there. And then as soon as you say something completely opposite, then they treat you like crap. I don't want to get into this because it's like I want it to turn into a therapy session, unless you guys want a therapy session, and then I'm here. I'm not a licensed therapist, by the way. Not a licensed therapist. But, I'm not a therapist at all, honestly. But yeah, they would do this constantly, and I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help them at all, and it's just a bad memory. I mean, being the oldest was really tough too, because I was the oldest of 6 kids. Oldest of 6. So, basically it meant that I had to take care of all of my siblings. And that's fine. Like, they're my siblings. I have no problem. But, like, anytime they would do something stupid, somehow it became my fault. One of my sisters would, like, maybe go out and hang out with her boyfriend, and somehow I was the culprit. I would just be minding my own business, eating a sandwich, and then we find out that my sister had went out with one of her boyfriends, and my mom would be like, it's all your fault, Libby. And I'm just like, eating my sandwich, being like, what? What happened? What did I do now? I'm just trying to eat my sandwich. Shit. But, okay, Wilbur and Chango, do you guys come from big families? Or a semi-big family? They usually do those tactics since they might be narcissistic or psychopathic. Dr. Ramani explains it way better. Dr. Ramani. Okay, I'm going to check this out. Don't let me forget, okay? Don't let me forget. Dr. Ramani. If we do a follow-up live from this, we will do a follow-up live, but if you join this follow-up live, I want to talk about this. On YouTube and informational videos. Okay, Dr. Ramani. Iranian? Ramani. He's Iranian? Okay, so this is also something that I hated as a kid. So I would like to bring this up. Every time I would mention to my mom how I would feel about something bad that she did. And then I would say, this made me feel bad, or this wasn't great. And then she would say, oh, well, I guess I'm a terrible mother then. I mean, I wasn't an alcoholic like the other mothers, and I didn't have a drug problem like the other mothers, but I guess I'm just a terrible mother than you guys. I was probably terrible. And, you try to make me feel bad. Do you guys ever experience something like that with trying to talk to your parents? Because it's a really annoying experience. I'm not gonna lie. Really annoying. Wilbur. No, I was originally by myself. When I moved with my dad, I had a big step family. Oh, okay. What was that like? Did you like your step family? Sean Davidson. It's called being a child. From the parent side, do you mean? Or being, expressing feelings? Which part? Just, sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just trying to word it in a way that I can understand it better. Which part? From the parent side, you mean? All of our parents did that. Yeah, see, I don't understand that. Why? Why would you even go there? No one's saying that you're a drug addict. No one's saying you're an alcoholic. I'm saying A, B, and C made me feel bad. And I'm not happy that you did it, right? I wasn't saying that you're the worst parent ever, blah blah blah. I'm just saying A, B, C made me feel bad. Just acknowledge it. It was nice, but sometimes it caused arguments being step family. Yeah, I imagine it's a little awkward because it's not like your parents, like your family. I can't imagine that. They just put you in your place. I don't understand that though, because I wouldn't say this as a 10-year-old. I would say this as like when I would start asking questions like this, it would be like being like 19 or 20. You know, I don't really get it. I get understand. You know what I mean? Another tactic used by them either to compare to a successful. Another tactic used by them to compare you to a successful cousin. Hold on. Your age, when you call them out for being compared to, when they compare themselves to the worst person imaginable, to make their stuff seem small. Yeah. Which is weird. It's a weird thing. Does Dr. Ramani cover this one too? Because I probably would like to go over all topics if I can. I should go to therapy. I should, but I should go to therapy, but I just don't. So I don't know. Maybe listening to a therapist will make me feel a little bit better. Give up using a fan before it's too late. I love my fan. Why? My fan is like super loyal to me. I can't give up my fan. Then they gaslight you oh, wait, hold on. Then they gaslight you that your experiences are being over dramatic. Yeah, I've heard this a million times too. It's so funny. Every time I have a problem with my sister or somebody, right? It would just be somebody I have a problem with. And then my mom's responses all the time, oh, let it go, get over it, blah blah blah, don't be resentful. And then anytime holiday season comes around, next thing you know, she's talking smack about some cousin or aunt or something, or my grandmother who died over 10 years ago. She always has to mention my dead grandmother. It's like, she's dead, get over it. Jesus. She's already passed, the poor woman. I appreciate having my stepmom, though, as she cared about me. Like I was her own. That's nice. That is really nice, Wilbur. I'm glad you had a good stepmom. Not everybody has it that easy. That's really nice. Every parent is just winging it. Nobody is doing it right. They're just trying. Yeah, Sean, I can agree with that. I'm a parent, too. But I would just say, like, if somebody's telling you they feel bad about something, like, especially as an adult, it doesn't hurt to just kind of acknowledge certain things. It doesn't hurt to have an actual conversation, like a heart-to-heart, right? I can do it with my dad. I just can't do it with my mom. And 50% of the time, it's okay, I would say, 50% of the time I'm happy with it, like I can talk to my dad. That's okay. I've talked to him about a lot of things and I feel validated in that sense. It's just that sometimes talking to my mom is a little bit difficult, but I have since stopped talking to her about certain things that bother me, and I just go with, yes, Mom, whatever you say, Mom, anytime, Mom, because I don't want to have to go through this thing over and over again. Because I don't want to. It's not worth it at this point. Kaylee Boring. Hey, hon, how you doing? How's everything? Did you look up your name? It's called being a hypocrite. Exactly. Agreed. Agreed. Yep, she makes videos pinpointing out bad relationships with anyone. Fair enough. I should definitely check that out. And how to coexist with them. I mean, I could use all the help I can get for free, preferably. Not being sexist, from my experience, men are just straight up with you. Yeah, no. I don't think that's about being sexist. I think that's true. I think that's true to an extent. There are some guys who are not good guys and that are in denial and think that everything they do, everything they touch turns to gold. Just like there are women who also believe in this one, right? But I would say for the vast majority, there are plenty of men or fathers that will kind of say, "Yeah, I screwed up. I thought this was what I thought was best at the time, and I didn't do the best thing, but then I learned later, and, it's okay. Like, I'm really sorry that you felt this way, but this was the best I could do at the time." And I can agree with that, because as a parent myself, I have made some bad choices, or I've made really hard choices, and controversial choices at some point, and I had to make them, because I didn't have any other choices available to me. For my kids, I like to be as straight up as possible because I don't want them to ever feel like they can't tell me anything. Because that's how I felt with my mom. I felt like I couldn't tell her anything because it would just turn into a full-on war. So I like to communicate with my sons a lot. Sometimes I over-communicate, but I want them to understand. Even there are times where I snap and just like, "Hey, go, be quiet. I already told you to be quiet." Or if I freak out, I can go up to them and say, "Listen, kid, I'm sorry I snapped. And, it's been sensory overload here, loud music, this one, that one. I snapped. I'm sorry. Let's start all over." But yeah, I mean, for everybody, it's different, right? Sean, women are more in tune with their emotions, but it's not always for good purposes. Yeah, I can agree that too. Sometimes it's just emotions, right? Women, I mean, as a woman, I can definitely say that my emotions are so complicated. Sometimes I can't understand them. And I can get there. Here's a secret: we never know what we want. Never. Until somebody puts it in front of us, and then we'll figure it out, right? But I think those are that's important to note too. For as women, we should understand how complex our emotions are, and then be able to figure out what is real compared to what is not real. Because I have that problem too. But I believe most are good people, even if I'm wrong. Yeah, I can agree with that too. I think most people want to be good. You know what I mean? Good people do dumb stuff all the time. And good people do illogical stuff all the time. Sometimes the most logical people do the worst things. Guess that's where black things, there's so much gray, right? Out there there's so much gray. Having perspectives, different perspectives is so important. When you put your emotions to this aside, you can get down to the issue at hand. Agreed. I can totally agree. You aren't wrong. That's why we voted this way. Again, also agreed. Putting emotions to the side is really hard. I think when you're younger, it's really hard. When you're older, it's so much easier to kind of get past everything, really. Kaylee, how's your day? It was really great. It was cold. I had hot coffee. Hazelnut flavored coffee is my favorite coffee. If anybody ever wants to buy me coffee, hazelnut flavored coffee in the cold is the best. And I was able to spend my day at the ranch. Libby. Hey Albert, how's it going? I missed you too, man. How was your day? How's everything going? I think under the surface, most people aren't evil, but they have their own personal experiences that shape them into who they are today, whether they're good or bad. Yeah, I can agree with that too. I think that there was this famous psychologist with that theory, right? I'm trying to remember who it was. It's gonna drive me crazy. But there was a famous psychologist with this theory. And yeah, it's like nurture versus nature, right? I can agree with this a lot. I think there are some people who really want to do good, and there are some people who are just not great at what they're doing, I guess. I don't know. Wait, what happened to that one message? Libby, I love you. Love you, miss you so much. Okay, hi, Albert. How are you? How are you, Albert? Ugh. What have you been up to? My day has not been good. What happened, Kaylee? Why was your day not good? Who bothered you? Who should I fight? Tell me who to fight. I'll fight them right now. I'll fight them right now. With kindness. I'll kill them with kindness. Lobby is a nice... Yeah, Lobby is a great name. Libby, not Lobby. Exactly, it's Libby. Gear Jammer. You talk funny, but I like it. Thank you. I'm from Jersey. That's why I talk like this. My day just became perfect. Thanks, Albert. That is very sweet. What were you doing today? What did you do? I mean it truly, without a doubt, I missed you. Thank you. I didn't realize I was, like, that important. Surprise to me. My son got injured. How did he get injured? What happened? Did he fall? I hope you're okay. I hope he's okay. I hope you're okay. It's not too bad, is it? Is it just like, hopefully it's just a minor inconvenience? Fingers crossed. Like, just a broken arm, maybe? Jersey. Yeah, I'm from Jersey. We are born with this speech impediment. If kindness fails, we can always use vengeance. Agreed, Bill. Vengeance is always an option. My theory is that there is just no such thing as a good, bad person. We just have people who do good, bad choices. Agreed and disagree. I think there are some people with really good energy and that are genuinely good, but then there are people with bad energy that are genuinely bad. And then there's the bit in between. You know what I mean? I will delete everybody on here if I can't get you to pay attention to me. Just kidding. Talk, please. I thought I was talking to you, Albert. I was just asking, what you've been up to and that kind of thing, and how's work? I hope everything's been good. Kaylee, yes, it's okay. So he just broke his leg. Okay, so he's okay. I mean, it's bad, but it's okay. Thank God he's okay. I'm doing wonderful now that I can actually speak to my best friend. Thanks, Albert. I know that we're besties. Best kind of bestie. Hope he gets well soon, Kaylee. Yeah, agreed. Give the kids some ice cream. And maybe some Oreos. Oreos and ice cream is what the doctor orders, even though I'm not a licensed doctor or even close to it, any kind of practitioner ever. But ice cream and Oreos always helps. I'm ready and willing to speak to you. My day is actually perfect now that I get to see you. Well, I'm really happy about that. I'm happy to see you here too. I hate when my coffee's cold, but I was gonna go on live this afternoon, and then I ended up having to I was helping some younger people learn how to ride the horses, so that kind of got my attention away a little bit, or a lot, so I couldn't go on live. So at least this afternoon. And yesterday I was on the mend. My kids got this horrible stomach bug, which of course ended up getting to me because I spend too much time with my kids. I don't know why I do that. That's awful. Horrible parent award goes to me. How dare I be in the vicinity of my children while they're ill? I'm originally from Florida. Oh yeah, we're in Florida because I live in Florida too. I think the people in between are more scary. Think about it. You never know what their next move is compared to someone who's always making bad choices. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely 100%. I'd rather know if you are a bad person up front. When you're telling me you're a bad person, awesome. I get to stay away from you. But you're the person in between that occasionally does bad stuff. I don't want to be in your line of fire when the bad things hit. Absolutely agreed. It's interesting though, right? It's interesting though. I feel like for women, it's so interesting, bad people, because the bad people in the women's world are the people who try to ruin your reputation at, any means necessary. And this is like if women are doing it to men or women are doing it to other women. Men, it's more of like actual fighting, confrontations, putting somebody in their place kind of thing. It's interesting. I'm in Illinois right now, but I'm originally from Tallahassee. Okay, cool. I'm like about 20 minutes outside of Fort Lauderdale, so way far away from Tallahassee, but that is still very cool. What is a Florida boy doing in Illinois? Are you not freezing? They say if they have a stomach ache, if you get somebody to rub the stomach, you will feel a lot better. Did they give you any kind of ideas? Wait, hold on. They say if they have a stomach ache, they will get somebody to rub your stomach if you feel a lot better. Did they give you any kind of ideas? I guess not. I'm not sure about that question. You might have to send that to me in a different way, because I'm not sure how to understand this too well. I might just not be a good reader. I might have to read it one more time. I'm going to bed. Good night. All right, Keely. Well, don't forget to give your kid ice cream and Oreos, and we send hugs and good feelings and good vibes. And I hope you're feeling good. I know it's really hard as a mom, so I hope I'm sending good vibes to you too. You also feel better. This is totally normal. Boys get into all kinds of shenanigans. Okay, I'm going to try reading Albert's message again. They say if they have a stomach ache, you get somebody to rub your stomach, you will feel a lot better. Did they give you any kind of ideas? No, I think it was just a bad stomach bug. I don't know, it was just a bad stomach bug. It started with my youngest, and then my oldest, and then it dominoed to me. And somehow my husband stayed okay. So, that was fantastic. What's a horse's favorite dance? The neigh-neigh. I love that. So good. That is so good. Oh, I'm gonna tell my boys that one. I don't know if they even know the neigh-neigh. Or maybe I should show them and then say this joke. Yeah, no worries. Well, always here for you. I mean, I'm gonna try. I try to be here. But currently, I'm looking at the hour. It is 9:52 p.m. So unfortunately, I have to drop because I made my husband a promise that I was only going to be here an hour, not nearly 2 hours. I moved to Illinois when I was a kid with my dad. Okay, so it was not by choice. I understand. Never mind, you said you had gotten a stomach ache from your children, so I'm saying if somebody rubbed your stomach to make you feel better. Nah, Even if they did, it wouldn't have made me feel better. It probably would make me feel worse. Because it was just a whole bunch of symptoms. I'm not going to go through the disgusting details, but it was nasty. I'll sub. Have a good night. Alright, Pumbaa, Wilbur, take care. You also have a good night. But yeah, nobody rub my tummy. But it wouldn't make me feel better anyway. Well, alas, like I said, I have to drop, guys. I hope everybody has a good night. And then I'm gonna be able to hopefully I'm gonna go on live tomorrow afternoon. If not, I'm gonna try tomorrow morning. I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm gonna try to get some consistency here. My sons are gonna be home starting from November 25th because of the Thanksgiving break, but yeah. So I'm saying perhaps you might need some. Thanks, Albert. But there's no need. I'm okay. I'm alright now, so. I just look like shit. But I'm okay now. I appreciate it, though. That's really nice. Alright, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop, because I promised my husband we would watch a movie, but we'll catch each other later. You can stop now unless you tell me what you're going to be on here. Promise, and I believe you. So the plan is that we're going to be in the ranch tomorrow. So approximately 12 or 1 o'clock. I can put a community post when the time is accurate. So 12 or 1 o'clock, I should be on live. So it's going to be closer to 1 o'clock. I'll for sure. It's definitely going to be closer to 1 o'clock. So I'll catch you guys all later. Have a good night. Bye, Albert. Bye, all of you.